you'd expect, there have been several different waves throughout Ninjago's run. Each wave will have its fair share of different sets, minifigures, and collectibles. But which of these waves stand out the most? Hey guys, BrickDude here, and today I'm going to be ranking the LEGO Ninjago set waves. Before we begin, I'd like to disclaim the fact that the waves will be based on the storyline and not release date. So multiple waves that fall under one season will be grouped together. That also means the Skybound sets released during the day of the departed wave will be counted as Skybound sets respectively. When making this list, I came to the realization that there wasn't any bad wave, but Day of the Departed is by far the most mediocre. This is really due to the small size of the wave, only bringing 5 sets. And it's pretty much a big mixed bag. Both the Titanium Ninja Tumbler and Rock Rotor, while good, aren't anything spectacular. The crown jewel of the wave, however, is definitely the Samurai X-Escape Chaos, which is every kid's dream LEGO $120 playset brought to life. Ninjago fight. The other half of the wave isn't too hot though. The Ultra Stealth Raider is a huge disappointment, much worse than the original, and the Salvage Mech is absolute garbage. As much as I wanted to defend the final battle season set-wise and season-wise, unfortunately compared to the rest of the waves, it's extremely average. Both the Stone Army vehicles are a very even mixed bag. I do not like the Stone Warrior bike at all, and it is very easily the worst set of the wave. However, the Garmadon actually looks really cool. There's also 2 ninja vehicles. Kai's Fire Mech is unbelievable for the price, and Closer Driller isn't bad either. The Golden Dragon is fairly average, but its significance to the show gives it a few extra brownie points. And the Temple of Light is the standout of the wave. Most importantly, it includes the Golden Mech. This wave also includes my favorite ninja suit as well as one of the best collectibles. However, its small size and lack of amazing sets keeps it from going any higher. Bet you thought this was going to be at the bottom of the list. Wrong. It could have been there if it weren't for these 2 godsends, the Ninjago Temple and Ultra Combo Mech, which are the 2 best sets of the year. Both the Lloyd Car and Zane Mech aren't bad. The rest of the wave ranges from bad to garbage. All the 3 dragons suck in different ways. Honestly, the best part of this wave is probably the villain vehicles. I think they're kind of adorable. Whatever, it's only been 5 months since these sets came out and everyone has forgot about them. If you ever want to see an average wave, this is the one. The villain vehicles once again are a big mixed bag, with the Quadricopter being really good and the Anaconda Crusher being the opposite of good. The flagship set being the Destiny's Bounty Express is good but not great, and that's kind of how the whole wave is. The true treasures, however, are hidden in the smaller sets. Both the $10 and $100 sets are very exceptional, and the Ninja vehicles are all really good. Round it off with the Ninja Dojo and Star set, enter the Serpent, and you've got a pretty decent wave, but decent is a long ways from masterful. The most recent wave. Now this seems to have been an absolute win for the community, but like I said in my video about the sets, it's really not all that. I'll say the wave's strong point, the minifigures. Not only does the wave bring back so many old faces, but also introduces a good bit of new characters. However, the sets, although there are standouts, are honestly priced the worst of any wave so far, which is shocking this late in Ninjago's run. If you want to hear more, watch my original video about the wave. The Hands of Time wave is a lot like the Tournament of Elements, but just a little bit better. The Vermilion vehicles are the standout of the wave, including the Iron Doom, Vermilion Invader, and that weird bike thingy. The Dragon's Forge is also extremely good. The 2 ninja vehicles aren't bad either. Top that off with the best $10 sets, you've got a pretty solid wave. The Island is a wave. It's good. All the sets are great, with not a single bad one, but this is also the smallest wave with only 4 sets. The ninja suits are also very, very nice. I really don't have a lot to say about this one. It's fine. Just like the Tournament of Elements wave was the definition of average, Sons of Garmadon is the definition of a good wave. The only mediocre set is Sons of Garmadon's headquarters. However, the rest of the wave is fairly good. The Temple of Resurrection is a great temple, and the Ninja Nightcrawler is one of the best cars to date. The Street Races Snake Jaguar, Katana, and Kilo vs. Samurai X are all pretty good too. I've seen a lot of hate against the Secrets of Forbidden's Ninjutsu wave, and yeah, it's not the most memorable, but it's definitely not bad. The 2 biggest sets are both very average, and most of the mid-price sets aren't very good. But the Titan Mech battle is a contender for one of the best Ninjago mechs to date. Cole's Dirt Bike and the Gyrocopter, also very acceptable ninja vehicles. And the Fire Fang was one of the most unique sets of that year. If only Hit didn't have so many stinkers, it would have been higher. Now, you might be wondering why a wave with so few sets is so high, and yeah, it's the worst legacy wave, but despite its size, this wave has some really, really good sets. The Golden Mech, Thunder Raider, and Kai Fighter are all amazing. The Jungle Raider is great, and the Destiny's Bounty, which is probably the worst set, is still pretty good. If it had any more sets, it would easily surpass the other 2 legacy waves. Now, I still like Legacy, but I do think the first wave is a bit overrated. However, this was probably my most influential Ninjago wave, since these were really my first Ninjago sets. And honestly, there were very few flaws. No bad sets. But besides the monster, there's really nothing groundbreaking either, but still a respectable.
Again, Seabound is one of those waves that would be much higher if there had just been more sets. But for what it's worth, this is a really good wave. The Water Dragon is just incredible, and the Hydra Bounty is amazing. There's pretty much no flaws with this wave, and it really deserves to be in the top 10, but it isn't quite there. Prime Emperor barely cracked a spot in the top 10. This wave brought bright new colors like no other. The standouts included the Empire Temple Madness, Empire Dragon, and of course the Gamers Market. The figures were also pretty good. Legacy 3, or the 10th anniversary wave, is easily the best Legacy wave. Not only did this wave have a direct-to-consumer wave, but pretty much all of them were great. There wasn't really anything new here, besides the Overlord Dragon, like you'd expect from Legacy. The Titan Mech and Boulder Blaster were both really good values, the X1 Ninja Charger was whatever, and the Epic Battle sets were really unique. Even if it didn't try anything new, you must admit these sets are pretty great. This might be controversial for some, but I actually really like the rebooted wave. The ninja vehicles were extremely nice looking, specifically the Kai Fighter and Ninja Copter. The villain vehicles, as you'd expect, are a mixed bag, with the Ninja Mech Dragon being especially good and the other two being kind of whatever. But overall, the good figures and great sets kind of outweigh the sort of terrible prices. Just like Skybound is one of my favorite seasons, the wave is also one of the best. Although some people may not be overly enthused by the villain sets, I thought most of them were pretty good. I also liked a lot of the mid-sized sets, including the Tiger Widow Island, Jay's Elemental Dragon, and the Green NRG Dragon. But you know I gotta talk about the real flagship, the Lighthouse. So while some of the wave is a little mixed, as a whole, it is really good. Master of the Mountain is one of the best Ninjago waves in recent memory. It includes a good variety of sets ranging from dragons to mechs to rhinos. You know, your typical LEGO stuff. Both larger Skull Sorcerer sets hit it out of the park, and obviously Zane's Rhino Creature was an absolute beast. The standouts include the Firestone Mech, Wu's Battle Dragon, and Skull Sorcerer's Dungeon. So basically every set. The board game gimmick is cool too. Hunted pretty much scores in every way. Even the two worst sets of the wave are actually pretty good. But the real gems are in the bigger sets. Firstborn is an absolute legend. Dieselknot was the first set of its kind, and Dragon Pit was just really good. The Throne Room Showdown and Stormbringer, while not as epic, were both special in their own ways, and just as a whole, the wave is just so good. It's crazy how the first wave made it so high up on the list, but it really deserves it. The original dragons, although not too memorable, all have very likable, simplistic design, with the standout being the Lightning Dragon. The Skullkin vehicles are a bit split, as I really like the Skulltrucken motorbike, but not the Turbo Shredder's Knuckles all-terrain vehicle. Lastly, the structure sets are breathtaking in the form of Garmadon's Dark Fortress and Fire Temple. Oh yeah, the spinner sets are pretty epic as well. Rise of Snakes is a lot like the Pilot Wave if you crank all those aspects to 11. The ninja vehicles look phenomenal and were unique for the time. There were also many iconic pieces, including the Destiny's Bounty, Samurai Mech, Ultrasonic Raider, and of course, Epic Dragon Battle. The figures were also extremely unique with cool serpentine designs, and just as a whole, the wave never fails to amaze me. Just like Possession is my favorite season, it's also one of my favorite waves. This wave is just, oh my god. The villain sets are outstanding, the Mora Dragon becoming one of the most beloved dragons, Chain Cycle becoming one of the best bikes, and the Ghost Samurai Mech becoming one of the best mechs. Oh yeah, can't forget about the Temple of Reijutsu, City of Styx, Final Flight of the Destiny's Bounty, and Titan Mech Battle. Man, this wave has no shortage of breathtaking sets, but it isn't quite number one. Yeah, I think we all saw this coming. The LEGO Ninjago movie doesn't even deserve to be on this list. It's on a totally different level compared to any other wave. This wave not only brought us some of the biggest LEGO Ninjago sets, but it also attracted people who don't even care about Ninjago to buying them. The ninja vehicles are insanity on so many levels. There are so many wacky ideas and set names and minifigures that just all came together perfectly. The prices are even over the top. At this point, this basically goes without explanation. But there's my list. Leave yours in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. This is Dude signing out.